Got to catch up on. Within the past 2 hours, Governor Stitt announced a multi-phase plan to reopen the state. That includes many barbershops and salons opening this Friday.
And restaurants to open the following Friday. We do have a live report from the Capitol coming up in about a minute. But first, we do need to get over to David Payne, who is tracking severe storms from the Bob Mills Weather Center. David.
Yeah, guys, again, kind of a rough afternoon, at least so far now. We've had some pretty good size hail, nickel, dime, quarter, and even up to golf ball size hail. Trackers are just swarming in southern Oklahoma. Largest team of trackers of the nation. They're out today. Even here in Oklahoma City, tracking the storms coming through the metro. I'll show you those coming up. But we've got big updrafts going on down here. The atmosphere is still very unstable in southern Oklahoma. In the metro, we are out of that tornado risk, okay, for Oklahoma City. It's not going to happen here. That's a great thing. Let's go down south. There's Tom Pastrano's shot, and that storm now is getting stronger. The wall cloud is getting a little bit tighter. It's beginning to spin a little bit faster. If it does anything, Tom's there, Alan's there, and we will bring it to you live. We are tracking that second by second and minute by minute. Okay, links one. Let's get to it here, and we're talking about the line of, again, showers and thunderstorms running from northern into central and southern Oklahoma. Everything, again, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Storms up north, not severe. Storms in the metro are going to produce some small hail. Again, from I-40 north, everybody gets in on the heavy rain, small hail, gusty winds, lightning and thunder, and that's going to run from Deer Creek to Edmond to Mitch Park to Oak Tree, down to the Village, Chesapeake, all of downtown. And the line is not severe, but small hail, some gusty winds. We're just too cool to get any high-end severe weather. We are behind the cool front, which is down in southern Oklahoma. Let's go south and take a closer look. Big storms down here. These are along the boundary. They're struggling right now. Still wind and hail producers, and we do have some embedded mesocyclones here, but the storm that we've been watching now is the one that Tom is on. It's down here by itself. Val's on the storm now west of Wynnewood, but the storm down here that Tom's on, it does have a hook on it. There's that wall cloud we were looking at, and that's going to head east-northeast now at 40 miles per hour. And again, these two storms here have the best opportunity to produce, again, high-end severe weather, large hail, damaging winds, and the possibility of a tornado or two. That's what we're talking about. Another update coming up in about 10 minutes. Guys, back to you. All right, we are busy, and we are live here in the Bob Mills Weather Center, tracking some big storms down south. Really watching the one down here northwest of Springer. Tom's there, Alan's there. The hook becoming more pronounced. Could produce a tornado. We're tracking that carefully. So what happens this evening? When do these storms move out? The 9-day forecast. A lot to talk about coming up after the break.
Also coming up, Senator James Langford weighing in on reopening the country while he says we need to focus on the data. All right, David's chomping at the bit out there. I could just tell. I just heard him kind of putting everyone in order here.
Let's do it, David. We're four-boxing.
Following these storms.
All right, guys, yeah, here's the deal. We've got some big storms down south. They continue to rotate, right? And we're underneath these storms, tracking them across southern Oklahoma. And again, they continue to ramp up, all right? So we have the storms down here. There's several storms we're watching. One or two of these gets a little bit stronger, ramps up, and then it kind of spins back down. But right now we have one storm that we're really keeping a close eye on down in southern Oklahoma. All right, so let's go to Val Castor's shot. And we'll get a quick update from Val. Val's getting back in position here on one of these storms down here, down in southern Oklahoma. Val, you're in the, we all know where you are. You're in the Arbuckle Mountains. You're going to come out right there on your right. You're going to see it. There it is. So what do you think? Looking at the wall cloud there, what's it look like to you right now? Go ahead.
You know, David, it's a big, well-formed wall cloud. I can see movement in the wall cloud. I can actually see some rotation, and we're several miles away from it. You see the trees here, sort of view, but it's there, David. It looks like to me that it's forming, and it's getting better, well-formed all the time. So there is rotation. Back to you. All
right, there we go. Stay with it, Val and Amy. It's headed towards I-35. I'll show you that storm coming up. So as of right now, we've had large hail. We've had nickel and dime, quarter size, even some golf ball size hail this afternoon. But we've not had any tornadoes yet, which is a good thing. But they continue to spin, and they continue to rotate. All right, so that's what our concern is. And this is going to be across southern Oklahoma. So right now, until 9 o'clock, this is going to be a tornado watch. You can see all the severe storms we have down here. And once again, everything moving east at 40 miles per hour, running from Pauls Valley down to Ardmore, again, moving east, okay? And here's the deal. These will be out of our viewing area here the next couple of hours, okay? They're going to be chugging east, and the tornado watch is going to be completely dropped along and west of I-35. Okay, so my tornado zone still, again, along I-35 from there east. Now, right now, we've not had any tornadoes, but there's a zone down here. If things really crank up, we could see a strong tornado if that were to really ramp up. Right now, though, the storms are rotating. Still some big hail possible along and east of I-35. That's where the largest hail would be. Here in Oklahoma City, we have some storms moving through right now. It's going to give us a little bit of hail, but nothing too crazy. Okay, the big view. Look at the spin going on right over Oklahoma. Thunderstorms again up and down I-35. We have sinking air on the backside. So once this main wave moves by, the threat of severe weather goes down. It's over. All right, this is the main line coming through, and now we have all the instability down here. Okay, so from, again, Edmond up to, again, east of Ponca City, these storms are not severe. We have some gusty winds and some small hail. Let's jump into the metro here quickly, and we'll take a closer look. And again, the thunderstorm now going through Guthrie, back down to Edmond. It's moving east, going right down Highway 66. Going to have some nickel and dime size hail, and that winds maybe 40 miles per hour coming through the metro. But once again, it is racing east. Nothing tornadic out of that, nor will there be. It's going to be a little bit of wind, a little bit of hail. Nothing crazy, okay? Let's go to the north here quickly. Jump in up here. And again, thunderstorm east of Marlin, moving east, going to Fairfax. Not a big deal. This is good old-fashioned rain. Let's jump south now, where it becomes a little more serious, and we have a broken line. These are supercells. This one is on the actual cool front, and it's developing another hook. We've got a hook now west of Wynnewood, another stronger storm with stronger rotation southwest of Falls Creek, and another storm down here east of Overbrook, south of Ardmore. That's moving east. Okay, let's jump into the storm now near Pauls Valley, and look at the circulation here. Sticks out like a sore thumb now, just southwest of the Jetstream Casino. Okay, here it is, right there. Okay, so that's the northern storm that is still spinning. Let's go to the southern storm, and let's see what's going on with this. And let's see, this thing is ramping up now. It's right over, coming up right on I-35. Okay, so tornado warning? Yes. Yeah, tornado warning now. This is going to be for basically, again, you folks down in Springer, over to Gene Autry, okay? This is going to be Davis right here, and this is going to be for far northern Carter County. It's going to be a tornado warning now for far northern Carter County. You can see the hook. It's not a very big storm, but it is wrapping up for sure. Okay, all right, well, they're both spinning. Yeah, okay, so it's the one here that Hank's on. So both of these storms are both spinning very, very quickly. The storm down south, we could easily get a tornado warning on that, and we're watching it carefully. Okay, let's go back to Hank, and let's get an update from Hank and check in with him. And we'll bring a shot up. Hank, tornado warning for your storm. The circulation, Hank, is going to be to your south, okay? We need Brandon to stop at Wynnewood. Brandon needs to completely stop, turn around, go back north, and look at this thing. He's getting way too far east. Let's go to Hank Brown and get an update from Hank. Hank, go ahead.
Yeah, David, we're moving just east through Pauls Valley. We had wrapping rain curtains that just hit us on the west side of I-35 at Pauls Valley, but we could see a pretty strong rotation movement coming from north to south, and it all congealed just south of us. So just to the south of Pauls Valley right now, there's some pretty strong rotation. It was kind of broad, and then it started wrapping up, but it's the wrapping rain curtains hit us, and when it hit us, it was probably 60-mile-an-hour winds north, and then the winds were coming probably 30 or 40 from the south, just about a mile south of us. So we're going to move just a little bit east of Pauls Valley so we can get back out in front of it and see it again. Back to you.
All right, yeah, Hank's right there. And let's go back to Links 3. This is going to be a tornado warning now, and this is going to be for Garvin County, okay? Garvin County, this is just south of Oklahoma City. Here's Pauls Valley. The hook's right here. It's now approaching the Jetstream Casino, okay? This is the hook. Wrapping in around, right? And then we have the big hail running from White Bead all the way up and to, all the way to Cleveland County here, McLean County, west of Byers. Pretty good hail core in here, at least golf ball size hail. But this is where the tornado is going to be, okay? So if you live in Garvin County, I want to point out, Pauls Valley, if I live in Pauls Valley and to the west and southwest, I'm going to go to my safe spot just to be safe. And I'll tell you why. Let's go ahead and lapse this. Let me show you what I'm... Okay, all right, hang on just a second here. And it's moving almost due east, so that's a good thing about it. And Pauls Valley, you're going to get hail out of this for sure. You're going to get quarters, golf ball size hail in Pauls Valley. Jetstream Casino is going to be probably on the north side of this because of the fact that it's moving east. There's the tornado. It's right here. That's the tornado. And we've got this little area of circulation here, but the main circulation is back here, okay? So it's moving from west to east now at nearly 40 miles per hour. So once again, tornado warning. This is going to be for Garvin County. It's going to be south of Pauls Valley. Okay, now if it occludes, it could lift a little farther north. But if I'm in Pauls Valley, I'm still going to watch this carefully, right? And you're still going to get hail. You're going to get hail here on the wrap coming in on the hook. So Pauls Valley, you're going to get hail. And then back to the Jetstream Casino.
And look at the little storm over Wynnewood, too. A really intense hook with that one. It's being pulled up into that bigger storm.
Yeah, now what does Brandon see with that? We got Hank coming in from the north. And is Hank? Yeah, Hank's headed southbound. We're going to Hank down here south and see what he has on that. And then we have Brandon right there. What does Brandon see? I don't think he has anything with it so far. Let's take a look at velocity data on this other storm. And, yeah, it's there. What about shear rate on that? Okay, nothing too crazy.
Still the main one to the north.
Yeah, it's still, this is the only game in town right now as far as this northern storm. It's right here. It's right here. All right, let's go to velocity data one more time. Tornado warning again for Garvin County. If you live in Wynnewood and north of Wynnewood, not from the storm that's over you, but the one back to your northwest, there's the tornado. Okay, there's the tornado right there. And let's turn on Tom. Let's see where Tom's shot is. He's back down south. Okay, so we have Hank, and Hank's going through town. All right, so here's Hank looking back in here for any debris in the air. We don't see any debris. It's not on the ground. Hank's looking back at it. All right, so we have the spin going on right here. Let's go to velocity data.
The one north of Springer is going to be tornado warned as well.
Okay, that's the one down here. So we've got both these. We're going to have 2 tornado warnings now, right now. So this is going to be a tornado warning now for you folks down in far northern Carter County and far southern Murray County. Tornado warning for you as well, okay? South of Pauls Valley, that's a new tornado warning now. New tornado warning coming for northern Carter County, where Val and Tom are. And then we have the other tornado warning going on. That's going to be southwest of Pauls Valley, and you can see the hook. Okay, let's go back to Tom, and let's go to Tom Pastrano here and get an update from him. Tom, your storm, tornado warning now for your storm near Springer. You're looking at the wall cloud. Give me an update on what it's doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, we have a funnel halfway to the ground right now. We're going through the Arbuckle, but there is a funnel that is halfway to the ground. It looked like a tornado was imminent, but we are getting in a better position right now.
Okay. Tom, if you can, what's it look like to your right? Turn your camera to your right. What do you see there? You see it? You see the cone?
There's a funnel halfway to the ground.
Okay. Okay. So it's right.
I think a tornado is imminent with the storm.
Okay, it's right here. Okay, let's go to Val Castor. It's on the ground. Tornado on the ground. Let's go to Val. Let's go to Val. Val, get out of the trees there if you can. Everybody knows where he's in the Arbuckle Mountains here. Tough going.
Yeah. Tornado on the ground, David. Tornado on the ground.
Okay, tornado on the ground. The tornado is going to be southwest of Doherty. Let's bring the picture up here. Let's bring Val's shot up. And Tom's getting out. Let's get Tom's picture back up here, and then we're going to go back to radar. And there's Val's shot. Let's go to Tom. Get an update from Tom. Let's go to Tom's shot, everybody. Tom's getting in position. Hang on a second. And here it is right here. This is where the whole thing's wrapping into it. Okay. Tom's turning his camera around. He's trying to get back in position. And that's where the tornado is, okay? It's going to be right here. Val's getting in position as well. I don't see the tornado in Val's shot. Let's go to Val Castor. Let's bring Val in and get an update from Val. And Val, what do you think? Is it on the ground? Is it on the ground? Looks like it might have lifted.
Oh, David, it lifted, but I guarantee you there's strong rotation right there. Let me pull up here to a high area. It's trying to set down again. It's on the ground. Use the front camera.
There it is.
Use the camera. I'm getting off the road here onto a pull-off. It's on the ground again, David.
I see it.
We're using our front camera. I got to get a better shot. It's bigger now. It's even bigger.
Yep.
This is a pull-off. Oh, good night. It's getting big.
Okay.
There it is.
David, I think it's about 2 miles northwest of Springer.
Yep, 2 miles northwest of Springer. Large tornado.
Oh, look at that.
There it is. Large tornado now.
Zoom up.
Becoming larger. This is going to be a tornado, again, on the ground. And it's actually moving from right to left.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
It's moving from right to left, Val.
Yeah, it is. It's moving northeast. I'm going to say northeast. Look at that debris cloud.
Yeah.
Man, David, this thing got big and strong fast. This is not a weak tornado, David.
No. And there you go, Val Castor. It's not a weak tornado. This is a strong tornado now. At least an EF2. At least an EF2 tornado. Look at the vortice come around the backside. All right, it's getting kind of ugly down here. This is going to be a tornado warning now for far northern Carter County. This is going to be north of Springer. Tornado again on the ground for Val Castor and Tom Pastrano. There's the tornado right there. Val, what direction are you looking? Go ahead, give me an update.
Okay, David, we're looking east-southeast, just barely south of due east. Okay. We're at the top of the Arbuckle Mountains, and actually the tornado, David, is growing. It's getting bigger. I'm adjusting the camera right here. Big. I'm telling you, it's got a big debris cloud.
Oh yeah,
and the debris cloud's getting bigger.
Yeah, we see it.
Bigger.
Okay, folks, this is the debris cloud right here, okay? This is everything that is chomping up. It's being thrown up and around it, and this is what we call the debris cloud or the debris shroud that's coming up around it. We've got a tag here wrapping around. Everything is rotating big time from left to right, and that's a fairly substantial tornado. That's going to be at least several hundred yards wide. Now this is down in southern Oklahoma. Tornado on the ground.
3 miles southwest of Doherty, moving northeast.
Look at this, southwest of Doherty, moving northeast. And look at the back side of it here. Look how smooth that is. Tells me it's a violent tornado with much in the way of strong lift on the back side. Control room, do not lose that shot. Let's go back to links 3. Do not lose the shot. Let's go back to links 3. Just put the shot over here and give me links 3 again. And here it is. There's Doherty. There's the tornado northwest of Crusher, excuse me. There's Tom. Val's right here looking to the southeast. Look at the size of the tornado, folks. We said there's a chance for at least one strong tornado today, and that is it right there. Look at that tornado. Look at the updraft in Val's shot. Look at that. It's a sculpted updraft. It's a barber pole. It's spinning, it's tight, and it's all the way to the ground. How about that? So there's a tornado now. Let's back out of this just a second here, Lacey. Let's back out and get the big view. It's going to Drake. Okay, it's going to Drake. It's moving east-northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Okay, so there's a tornado live right there in Val's shot.
David, we do have a track ready on that.
All right, let's do a track. Let's go to links 4, control room, and doing a track. There it is. We're looking at Doherty at 430, Mill Creek 449, Reagan 457, Connorville 505, and Stonewall 522. So here's the deal. If you live down in this area and you're watching us right now, if you live in any of these cities, if you live in Doherty, over to Mill Creek, you have to go to your safe spot right now. Lowest level, center part of the house. You cannot mess around with this. This is a large tornado. Okay, that is a large tornado racing northeast. Alan Brosie's right there. Alan Brosie's coming in from the east, and Alan is almost in position now. So we need to get a shot from Alan. Alan needs to get in position and look back to the southwest. Tornado continues on the ground. There's a tornado. It's been a large tornado. You got to go to your safe spot, right? Mobile home. You got to get out of it. You got to go to a structure. You got to go to a well-built structure. You cannot stay in a mobile home or a modular home, okay? Not with this tornado, not with the size
While you're covering that, I just want to point out another tornado warning further to the south. It's technically out of our viewing area, but it will impact Medill. The tornado would be just to the east now of Overbrook, tracking to the east towards Medill under a tornado warning as well.
Okay, all right, there we go. That's the storm farther south, okay? That's out of our viewing area. Not that we don't care, but we have to take care of our viewing area first, right?
We have 3 tornado warnings.
So 3 tornado warnings now. That ramped up quickly, and here they are now. There's the one we're concerned about. We're going to jump back north here in just a second. Tornado again on the ground. Let's go back to Valcaster and get an update from him. There's the tornado there. There's the tornado, the right and the left side. That, my friends, folks, that is a large tornado now. Large tornado. There's the right side. There's the left side. And Val, give me an update. Violent motion in there. It's going to be at least an EF2, if not an EF3 tornado on the ground. Go ahead, Val. It is well east of I-35. Look at that. Go.
David, you're exactly right. Still violent motion with this tornado. We can see it. I mean, it's moving. Oh, goodness. Look at those. I see subvortices rotating around it right there. So, you know, it's multiple vortex for sure. And it's
going
still kicking up debris. Look, what's that?
No, go,
David?
Yeah, go ahead, Val. Keep talking. Go ahead.
Okay. You know what? I think it might have turned left just a little bit from what it was before because it's coming into view. Can you see that on our shot really well?
Go north to Drake.
Oh, good night. Oh, look at that motion,
Justin.
David. This is a strong tornado. Strong tornado. Strong tornado, David.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Moving towards Doherty and towards Lake of the Arbuckles there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at that. It's coming into view. It's becoming more.
Yes.
Good night. It's just maybe 2 miles or so east of us, straight east of us.
Yep.
We were starting to lose it in the rain, but it's come out again.
Yeah, tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground.
Tremendous amount of motion. It's definitely multiple vortex, David. Oh, there's a cone.
Okay, here's another
Look at that cone.
Big multiple vortex. It's right here. It's right by Val. Okay, let's go to Tom Pastrano. Look at the vortex. There's the tornado. Let's go to Tom Pastrano. And Tom, get the tornado in shot. Get the tornado. There it is. There's the tornado right there. That's the cone. Big white cone. The sun is on it. It's lighting up. It's turning white. A big cone now on the ground. This is gonna be south of Doherty. South of Doherty and down in southern Oklahoma. Okay, tornado on the ground. There's the debris. It's clearly on the ground. Okay, tornado there. Let's go to Tom now and get an update. Tom, you've seen everything now. Change shapes. It's been up. It's been down. Go ahead. Give me an update right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, right now this tornado looks like it's reorganizing. It was a large wedge a few minutes ago. Now we've got a large cone tornado with violent motion on the bottom. It's still on the ground, but you can see it in our shot. It's definitely on the ground. Large tornado.
Yeah, there it is. And it looks like it's not quite as wide as what it was a little bit earlier. When it came down, it was kind of fat there for a second, but it's still on the ground. We've got condensate on the ground. You can see the condensate whipping right there. There's the right side of the cone, obviously, left side of the cone. Okay, let's go back to Val Casser's shot. Little different shot, little different view from it. And there it is. Val, go ahead. Give me an update, and then we'll go back to radar. Go ahead.
Okay, David, if you can hear me right now, this thing has morphed into several different shapes. It was turning into a wedge just a few minutes ago. It's gotten a little bit narrower right now, but still intense, more of a cone at the moment. The bottom of the condensation, we don't see that going all the way to the ground. You can see our shot right there. Let me pull back just a hair, and I'll give you the whole big view of this
now,
thing.
It's stretching out, and it's starting to get weak in the middle of the vortex, so it's weakening. Look at the RFD cut. Look at the dry air cutting around this thing, folks. That is a classic. Look at that. Look at that shot. That's an Oklahoma shot. Windmill, tornado. Wow. Check that out. That is crazy. Okay, so there's the tornado. It's not as strong as what it was when it first started. It's not as strong as what it was 5 minutes ago. It's continued to rope out now. It's roping out. It is still on the ground. It is still on the ground. You can see the condensate forming. Watch the condensate. It's tightening up. It's going to tighten up in a matter of seconds. It's just going to go away. It's going to stretch. It'll stretch out. Watch it. Watch it go away. It's still hanging on. It's a rope tornado that is beginning to disappear. You watched it from the beginning when it was born, and there it is. It's trying to die, and that's how all things happen right there. It's born, it lives, it does what it's going to do, and then it dies. Look at the updraft above that shot. That tornado was going away. Look at the updraft. Look at that. Look at that knuckling back. Wow, that is a big-time storm for sure. Okay, Val, is it still on the ground? Looks like it might have lifted.
I mean, it's roping out, but, I mean, I guarantee you there's still a circulation on the ground.
Yeah, there it is. It's still roping right there. It's right behind the pole. Right behind it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now it looks like it might have lifted.
Good night. This updraft is an explosion here, David. This is powerful updraft.
Hey, Val, here's the deal. You have to get east. I know you know that, but you have to get east.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, we're going now.
Okay.
We're going now.
All right, let's go back to radar. And control room, if we could re-rack the video, that would be great. All right, so here we go. Brandon's right here. All right, let's go back to links 3, and we'll get our bearings straight.
They have the video when you're ready.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We'll play that here in just a second. Okay, so let's turn off the lightning if we can in that shot. What's that?
Links 3.
Links 3, control room. Okay, so there's the tornado. And right now, again, here's Drake. Alan Brosey's coming in from the south. Alan's going to be in a great shot. There's Alan. Okay, Alan's right here. It's just to his west-northwest. Let's go to Alan Brosey and get an update from Alan now. Alan, it's produced a fairly violent tornado, and it was just east of I-35. It looks like for now it has lifted. You have a much better vantage point looking back. It is sunlit, so you can see the wall cloud, and you can see everything. So when you look back under the trees there, and above the trees and in between the trees, what are you seeing? It looks like it might have lifted, but velocity data says it is still very, very strong. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, we do not see a tornado on the ground, see a lot of violent motion with that wall cloud. We do have a lot of trees. We're going to try to get just a little better shot here. Nope, that's not going to do it. We're trying not to get into the path. We want to stay just south of it so we can have that backlit shot for you. But we're looking back to the west. We're south of Sulphur right now and just trying to get a decent shot for you, Dave. We'll let you know what we see in a minute.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Find a high spot and no trees, and you'll be good to go. Okay. Alan Brosey is east of it. That's the wall cloud. That's what just produced the tornado. This is probably going to be a cyclic tornadic supercell. Most oftentimes when they come down like that, they'll go up, and not always, but you'll get a tornado like that. It'll cycle, and then we'll do it again, right? It's called a cyclic. It just does it off and on, and sometimes this can go on. It produces one tornado, and other times it'll do it over and over and over again until the cows come home, okay? So we just got to keep up with it. We got to keep tracking this thing, and this has been a strong tornado for sure. Alan's getting in position. Okay, let's go back to links 3, and we have 3 supercells. Tornado warning on the cell up here, which is going to be east of Wynnewood. That's the one that's been producing the tornado. Alan Brosey is down south on that. Let's get up here on this storm. And a big hail now to the southwest of McGee, west of Stratford. Big hail up in here. There's the area of spin. And this storm is not as organized as what it was. Area of spin now is going to be west of Brandon. Okay, but we also have an area down here that is still spinning. Let's go to velocity data on that. Tornado warning, once again.
It's really stretched out.
Yeah, nothing like what it was. Nothing like what it was south of the metro. Let's get our bearing straight here for everybody at home. Here's Ada. Okay, here's Stratford. There's Wynnewood. Circulation is right here. That's the main circulation. This is kind of stretched out. Okay, that's the main circulation now. Right along Highway 29, 5.2 miles. Thank you, Lacey. 5.2 miles northeast of Wynnewood. Okay, tornado right there. Tornado warning for that. No tornado on the ground, right? Not right now, but it is spinning. We'll see how long it can keep going here. It's still, this storm is a little farther north. Air's a little bit cooler up here. Not quite as unstable. That's why this storm is struggling right now. Again, but, and hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that'll keep struggling, right? As it moves east-northeast at 40 miles per hour. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, nothing going on in the city. We had some hail move through the metro. Let's talk about the metro here quickly, and then we'll jump back south again. And again, thunderstorms still eastern sides of Oklahoma City, Logan County, Lincoln County, nothing. A little bit of some small hail, gusty winds, and that's about it. Okay, let's jump back south. Let's jump back south to the big storm we have going on down here. This is the one that produced a tornado that was on the ground for about 10 minutes. At one time, it was a fairly wide tornado, looked to be fairly violent, at least off and on. All right, now it's going to be just southeast of Daugherty, west of Drake. Alan Brosey's right there. Let's go to Alan Brosey. It's just to his west. Alan, there's a wall cloud. You're right where you should be. Great shot. Tell me, how strong is the circulation? Go ahead, give me an update.
Okay, David, we got a tremendous feeder cloud coming in from the north going into this. We're looking west, southwest right now. Do not see a tornado on the ground. Rotation is obvious and very strong. This thing is moving to the south of Sulphur, it looks like. It's going to be east. Gosh, it's taking an easterly direction, David. It's not moving northeast in my vantage point. We see a lot of scud rising. No tornado yet, though.
Yeah, Alan. Okay, Alan, back up here. Okay, I want you to find the localized area. I want you to zoom in I want you to zoom in visually, not with your camera. We got your wall cloud. Zoom in. Tell me what it's doing from left to right, right to left. Tell me how strong that circulation is right now. Give me an update on that.
Okay, we're looking at the visual circulation right now. It is southwest of us, due southwest of us. A lot of rising scud. And it is still rotating, David. We just don't have any funnels in there just at this point, though. But it is very strong motion. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, there it is. It's going to be just south of Allen here, not very far. Okay, so that's that shot. Let's go back to Lynx 3, and let me show you what it looks like on Lynx 3. Okay, here's Allen. There's the tornado developing. And tell Allen that the circulation is getting tighter, and it's going to cycle, and it's going to produce another tornado. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of wobbled. Now it's almost moving to the east-southeast, do you think, David?
Yeah, it's almost moving due east. His roads are horrible down here. Horrible. Okay, let's take a look at the video here. Let's take that full screen control room. And this is what it looked like about 15 minutes ago. Val had it. Tom had it. That's what it set down just east of I-35. Again, southwest of Daugherty. There's the tornado when it came down. And right there, that's going to be a strong EF1, EF2. It was on the ground right there. Quickly developed a debris ball. The debris being lifted up and around. You can see the debris shroud. It's expanding quickly. Remember, this is condensate full of debris. And as it expands, it quickly is pulling in and expanding quickly as the updraft of the mesocyclone is really tightening up. So this thing really, really wedged out. I mean, it went from looked like an elephant trunk to a matter of just 10 seconds. It went into what I call beast mode and really, really widened out. Look at the vortex whip around that side right there. So this thing was really, really churning. It was running and gunning for sure down in southern Oklahoma. Again, pretty close to the small town of Daugherty. And that's what that looked like. And look at that, right? So then it went from this phase, again, fairly wide. We call that a wedge tornado, basically. Pretty good size, right? Left to right. And that's a fairly substantial tornado. If that were to hit something major, and we don't know what it hit, we did see some debris in the air. That's going to be at least an EF2, if not an EF3 in strength. Okay? All right, now, again, that's what it looked like about 15 to 20 minutes ago from Val Castor and Tom Pastrano. So that was serious, and it still is. Okay, let's go back to Lynx 3, little vortex out here, little cone hanging down, little tag there, rotating around the whole thing. Okay, so Alan Brosey, I know what Alan's doing. Is Alan going back? Okay, Alan's right there. Okay, I'm just looking at his shots. There's Alan Brosey's shot right here in the middle screen. Okay, so that shot is that updraft right there. All right, we'll check in with the storms up north. Look at the circulation. All right, let's get Alan back in position here, get his shot up. And it's crossing now, 177. This is going to be south of Sulphur. And let's go to Alan. It looks like it might be trying to cone out again. Alan, what's it doing? Give me an update.
David, we're going around to try to get better. We're gonna try to get to Mill Creek. We have no shot right here due to the trees and the mountain. Once we get a little further north from here, we'll turn around on the high spot and try to get you a better shot. But right now, we have no shot. Back to you.
Okay, Alan, what's it look like behind you there? Can you slow down just for a second before you get out of position? What's it look like when you look back at Alan, it's really maximized the velocity winds right now, crossing 177. It's still rotating very rapidly. I'm looking back over my shoulder. I do not see a funnel. Okay.
Do not see a funnel, but it's rotating and moving due east, David. The thing is moving east. It's not moving northeast anymore.
Okay. All right. Yes, absolutely. No doubt about it. Okay, great job, Alan. Get back in position here. This is going to go south to Mill Creek. This is south of Drake. Okay, so let's go back to Lynx 3, and that's the tornado right here.
It's headed towards Reagan.
It's not on the ground. Going towards Reagan. It's not on the ground. It's going to go right down Highway 7. It might actually try to turn a little east-southeast. We'll see. What's it doing here? It's due east right now. It's going to go down Highway 7. Okay, so tornado warning now going to Reagan. This is going to be south and east of Sulphur. Sulphur, you're in the clear from that storm. Okay, let's come back north. And let's get an update on the storms up here and find out what's going on with these. Okay, circulation's right here. Not as strong as what it was, but definitely still there. Tornado warning does continue now. This is going to be for eastern Garvin County. Okay, moving into western Pontotoc County, okay? All right, is well east of Pauls Valley. You're out of the severe weather. No more severe weather for you in Pauls Valley, okay? Because this is well east of you, okay? So we got to worry about it. Right here, there's the circulation. Brandon's right there. Let's go to Brandon and get an update from Brandon. He's right here. And Brandon, you're right there where the spin is, not as tight as what it was. You're looking back at the wall cloud. What do you think? Give me an update.
Got disorganized and then is recycled, and in the last 5 minutes it's starting to look a little bit better. We're in a good wind field right now. We have southeast winds about 10 to 15, but if you go just a little bit further to the east or a little bit to the south, you're in a better inflow. We're in reposition mode right now, so about 2 minutes we should have a better shot.
Okay, all right, great job, Brandon. Stay with it, stay in it, and stay safe. Brandon's down here on the northern tornadic storm that we have right now. Not on the ground. He's looking right at it. If we're on the ground, I'd be showing it to you, right? Okay, let's go back to Lynx 3, and this is it right here. That's area of circulation. Brandon's on it. It's moving eastbound. His roads are a little nutty over here. He'll have to kind of go back north and back east, over down towards Fitzhugh. Okay, he can take the turnpike if he can from Fitzhugh up towards Ada. But there's where the hook is. It's beginning to tighten up. We'll see if it can. We'll see if it can gain its strength back as far as the circulation. All right, let's go back. And I'll tell you what, let's stay with that, Lacey, my bad. And we'll do a storm track on that as well. Let's go to shear rate. Let's see what it's doing. Anything showing up out of that?
No, it looks like it weakened a little bit. Yeah. We'll see if it's trying to get organized. It was all those thunderstorms that kind of merged into one. Yeah. And it took it a while to cycle.
Yeah, it was a big mess. Yeah, big mess. Big mess down there. Okay, so this is not as organized, which is a good problem to have, right? But if you live in Ada or back to Fitzhugh, you need to keep an eye on this. Trackers, we're still on it. We're going to bring it east. If it does anything, we'll bring it to you. But if you live in far southeastern Garvin County, southwestern Pontotoc County, you need to go to your safe spot right now. Okay, it has weakened some. At least the circulation has. We're still going to get some big hail out of it, but we need to keep an eye on that. Okay, let's go back south here. And velocity data, let's go into that mode here, down into southern Oklahoma. There we go. And let's see what this is doing. We have something developing out ahead of it. A little shower here. It's going to be southeast of Drake. Circulation is tight. It is tight. And it is moving just about due east now. It's going to go on or just south of Mill Creek. If you live in Mill Creek, go to your tornado safe spot. Do it now. It's moving east at 40 miles per hour. It's less than 2 miles away. It looks like it might be close to being on the ground right there. Let's go back to Alan Brosey, and he's right here. There's Alan. There's the tornado. Let's go back to Alan, see if it's on the ground. Big wall cloud. Let's go back to Alan. Alan, big, low-hanging, ugly, tree-hugging wall cloud down there. And I know you're on the north side. Your lighting is not the best because it's being backlit. Tell me what you see when you look at that there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're peeking between the trees, David. We've got a little bit of rain falling. We're in the wrap right now. It's a feed that goes into it. And between the trees, we can see the wall cloud. It is almost straight south of us right now. And we cannot see a funnel. And like I said, our visibility is extremely limited down here. The forest down here in the hills really, really hurt our visibility. We're trying to get to Mill Creek. We'll drop south and try to get right in the path again. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Good job, Alan. And stay with it here. I know your roads are not the best. I see what you're doing. You're gonna, I guess, go over to Mill Creek. It looks like. So go ahead. Just keep going east. It's still to your southeast. You're still in a good spot. Alan, if you can get out of the shade, let me tell you this. I know you know this. If you can get out of the shade, your visibility of the wall cloud and possible tornado would be much better. But you got to get out of the sun. You got to get in the shade underneath this thing. It looks like you got a little bit too much light on you. So just keep going east. Keep going east. Okay, let's go back to Links 3 and take a look at it one more time. There's where the tornado is. It's going to be 6 miles southwest of Mill Creek. Right now, it's going south of Mill Creek, okay? It's going south of Mill Creek. South of Mill Creek, that's what that storm's doing right now. Let's talk about the storm down south. That's a little farther south, and again, we've got another tornado warning for this, and have we confirmed that this has been on the ground? This is out of our viewing area.
No, I haven't seen a confirmation of it on the ground. The circulation's been very intense since Lake Murray.
Yeah, right when it came over Lake Murray. Okay, so it's going to Medill. If you have any friends and family that live in Medill, you need to tell them to wake up, get ready, and go to the safe spot. If you live in Medill. All right, and then from there, it's go over to Little City and to Cumberland. This is the north finger of Lake Texoma. Okay, obviously not in our viewing area, but we have obviously lots of people that have homes and friends and family that live down here. Okay, Medill is a pretty good sized little town. Okay, live in Medill, safe spot. Tornado is going to be 3 miles west of town and a mile south of Highway 70. Miles south of Highway 70, 4 miles south west of town, right here. Right here, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Okay, let's come back north. Back into our viewing area here. And I'll tell you what, let's re-rack this. Take a look at the video here from earlier. This is what the tornado looked like when it was on I-35, just east of I-35 when it set down. And this is when it was, step out of the way. That's the cone. When it was, again, weakening, it was still fairly large at the top. It was small at the base. But condensate really all the way to the ground, being lit up by the sun. The sun's coming out down here and it's lighting up that tornado. Remember, tornado is just cloud, it's vapor. So that's condensate. Right? Look at the motion there on the left side of the tornado. Look at that rippling up there. Look at that rippling up there. Okay, so that's the tornado when it was east of I-35 near Doherty. All right, check that out. Let's go back to Val Castor's video, that first piece of video, if we have that. And this is when it really set down. The lighting was much better. And there's the cone again from Val. And you can see it right there, right? Look at that. It's condensate all the way to the ground. And it had weakened at this point. Still an intense tornado, still a strong tornado. Not violent at this point, but it was still strong for sure. And you can just see it just spinning. And this is kind of the beginning of the end for it here. It kept spinning and then it kind of stretched out. And then after that, and there's the mesocyclone. It's going up and tilted over into the mesocyclone, which is right here. Windmill turning there in the foreground. So wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go back and let's jump back into Links 3 one more time. And then we'll come back to the south storm just south of Oklahoma City. Okay, so tornado warning again continues. This is going to be for, again, the area south and east of Falls Creek. There's the storm or shear track, if you will.
That would be the tornado path just to the southwest of Doherty.
Yeah, right here. And this is where the shear or the spin in the atmosphere was maximized. Right there. There it is. And that's it. And that's where it continues to move. And it's going to come in upon Highway 1, which is Mill Creek. Look at the hook right here. Alan's right there looking right at it. Let's go back to Alan Brosey and get an update from Alan. Tornado warning continues for you folks, again, pretty close to Mill Creek. It looks like right now the circulation is going to go south of Mill Creek by about 1.5 miles. Alan, what's behind those trees right there on your right? Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, we're coming into Mill Creek now. We can't see the circulation because of the trees, so I was going to get Justin to let us know where it was from us because we're going to make that south turn here in just a second. We're in rain right now, Dave. We're going to try to bust south, get out of the rain, get back into, the sweet spot so we can get back and see it.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming into Mill Creek. Tornado's going to be just to your south. South-southwest, Allen, about 3 miles. South-southwest, Allen, about 3 miles. If you go south of Mill Creek and look to your south, you're going to see it. You just turn right. Allen's going south. He's coming in on what could be with the tornado on the ground. What do we have in CC? Anything there?
I don't see any negative values depicting any debris at the moment.
Okay.
But I see kind of a hole there in reflectivity.
Yeah.
Kind of a weak spot.
Yeah. Okay, that's what she's talking about here. See the hole? We have rain trying to wrap it around it. It's not that heavy rain, but it's heavy enough. But it's not that heavy that you couldn't see it. But this is where the tornado is going to be. Let's go to Max Rott. Let's see where it puts it. Okay, it's a little bit behind here. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You go back to reflectivity. See the weakness in reflectivity? That's where the tornado is going to be right there. It's going to be just southwest of Mill Creek. Okay, so Alan's coming in. Now he's got a better shot. Coming in from the north. He's coming in from the north. It's going to be to his southwest. That looks like that's probably on the ground again. Let's go back to Alan Brosey and take his shot. Alan, velocity data says if it's not on the ground, it's not far away from it. Could have another developing tornado live right now. Could be developing live right here on News 9. Go ahead, Alan. Do you see it on the ground anywhere?
No, we don't, David. I'm trying. I've got a hill in the way right now. We're trying to get south of it. It's very rough terrain. We're looking very, very hard. We can see the clouds feeding into it, but where the wall clouds should be, we cannot see it at the moment. But I would say it's probably headed pretty close to Mill Creek, if not just south of it, maybe towards Mill Creek at the moment. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Good job, Alan. Stay with it here. Keep bringing you south and east. And then you've got a road, it looks like possibly Rocky Road or down to Highway 7. I'm going to stay with you here on this shot just for a second longer when you get out of these trees. I'm really curious what's going to be going on at your right window. What's in front of you?
We're watching, David. We're watching.
And again, it's going to be about a half mile or maybe a mile to your southwest.
Okay, mile and a half southwest. We're trying to get to a vantage point now, David.
Yep. And you remember your road, you're going southeast right now. You're making the bend on the turn. Now you're going due south again. So now look to your right as he comes out of the trees. And he's going to look right over here.
That's what I'm afraid of. We're going to run right into it. But we're watching.
You're still okay. You're still far enough. You're still far enough north. You're on the next bend. Okay.
Okay. I've got some clearing coming up. We'll let you know what we see here.
Yep. Right there.
We see where the wall cloud is.
Right. You're almost there.
I cannot see the ground though. I cannot confirm anything yet.
Right here.
We're still watching.
It's right here. It's going to be right there right past these trees. Right there. What do you see right there on the right, Alan?
Okay, we're looking right now, David.
There you go.
That is right over the Mill Creek Granite Quarry. It's big on the mapping. You can see it there. Folks in the area will definitely know where that is.
Okay, Mill Creek Quarry?
Granite Quarry. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alan, when you look to your right, what do you see? I see some...
Okay, we're going to face it so that we can all see it and get a good shot on it.
There you go. Okay, there it is.
We have the wall cloud right in front of us. There's no tornado on the ground, but we have a strong rotation in it, David.
There you go. This is the right side of the mesocyclone. This is the wall cloud right here. This is the right side of the mesocyclone. This goes from here to heaven, right? This goes 40, 30, 40, 50,000 feet up. All right, this whole thing is spinning. And this whole thing is doing this right here. And it's trying to localize right here. There's the mesocyclone. If it were on the ground, we would see it. If it were on the ground. Okay, but look at that shot.
And while you're doing that, David, Justin just pointed out there was a report, or Matt just pointed out the tornado on the ground down to the south, that southern storm.
Okay.
It's going to be Highway 199 and Highway 377 in Medill.
In Medill.
Yes.
Okay, so we said 10 minutes ago, if you know anybody that lives in Medill, get them up, wake them up, do what you got to do because it is coming into, or it's going to hit Medill, or it's going to miss them by this much. Okay. All right. So no tornado on the ground now. No tornado on the ground. He's in Mill Creek. No tornado. But it wouldn't take much for this thing to really tighten up, okay? All right, let's go back to reflectivity on links 3. And there's where Alan is, right there, where the tornado is. It's trying to develop. Looking at Alan's shot, I don't see anything. Okay, all right, we're keeping an eye on that. Alan's right where he should be. Great job, Alan Brosey. It looks like we might have a cone trying to develop in his shot. Might have a cone developing in that shot just to the right of that telephone pole there.
Now, David.
What's that, Alan?
Yeah, we have a funnel. It's south of Mill Creek.
Yeah.
And I'm here at the quarry now. It looks like it's about a mile to our south.
There it is.
And it's moving east-southeast. It is not on the ground that we can determine, but we've got trees down there, but the funnel is still aloft.
Yeah, and I'll say this, your visibilities are really, really good. You can still see quite a bit. Okay, so this, if it's going to produce a tornado, it's going to be right here where this light pole is, between this and this other light pole, right?
Yeah, and we're going to drop south and get just a little bit closer to it, David, because I want to see if it's on the ground.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to you here in just a minute. All right, let's go back to Links 3.
David, the storm to the north that Brandon and Hank's on, that tornado warning is going to be continued and extended further due to the circulation near Roth, which Brandon is right near. You can see that new tornado warning coming out now.
Okay.
And it's going to be just south of Ada.
Yep, just south of Ada. Okay, this is on the southeastern fringe of our viewing area here. And again, Brandon's right there. Let's go to Brandon and get an update from Brandon. And Brandon has no visibility. Brandon, I know you're moving. Stay safe here. Here's the deal, Brandon. Circulation is going to be very close to you, if not just barely to your north or northwest. What's shear rate look like? Does it look like, is that what I'm talking about here? Yeah, it's right on. It's right on you, Brandon. You're right on the wall. Go ahead, give me an update. What do you think?
Yeah, David, we watched it cross the turnpike, and it was really starting to wrap up, and then it got shrouded in rain. But as it was crossing the turnpike, it was definitely not on the ground, but the rotation was increasing. And we are probably taking, I would say, 30 to 40 mile an hour northeast winds at the moment.
Okay, Brandon. All right, stay with it here. And Brandon's getting east out ahead of the main line with the tornado warning for this storm. But he'll get out of this and have a close look coming up here in just a few minutes. Okay, so 2 tornado warnings in effect, actually 3. 2 in our viewing area, 1 is not. Let's go back to Links 3, talk about the storm down south, the one in Medill. It's out of our viewing area, but I want to touch on it real quick.
Yeah, the fire department in Medill reporting that it's moving into Medill 377 and 5th.
Okay, let's go to tornado now in the city of Medill, possibly. We said it was coming into town. Here's Medill. There it is, southwest sides of town.
There's 377 coming right in from the north
tornado
side.
on the ground now, coming into Medill. If you have any interest down there, friends, family, anybody care about business, whatever, tornado now, coming into Medill, right? There's shear rate. It's high. See the hole? That's a bad deal. That's a bad problem. That is the mesocyclone. That's the eye of the tornado right there, okay? So if you live in Medill, safe spot. You got to go. If you're not there yet, you're behind the curve. You got to go now. It's going to go right down the highway. It's going to keep moving east. From there, it's going over to a little city. Okay, if you have any interest down in Medill or Medill eastward, call them, let them know. We've got a tornado on the ground now coming into Medill. That's what we've been reporting here. Okay, let's come back north and talk about that. There's Allen's shot, which is right here in your middle screen. That's Alan Brosey's shot. Taking a look at that. And circulation looks like might have weakened some.
And has it listed a little north or Mike? No, there's just an update. There it goes, just south of Allen.
Just south of Allen. Okay, so there's a circulation. Let's see if it's on the ground. There's Mill Creek. It's 4 miles southeast of Mill Creek. You can see Allen's GPS. It's right out his bumper. Let's take a look at it here. Let's take Allen's shot. Control room if we can. Let's go to Alan Brosey, and there it is. There's the rotation. There's the hook. Let's go back to Alan Brosey's shot and take a look at it. Control room, that's going to be where Alan is. What's that? Okay. All right, Alan, we have you in the system. You're right there.
Okay, yeah,
Go ahead.
Eastbound on 7. The circulation is over us. Behind us, we've got circulation, or we got clouds moving to the south. In front of us to the east, we've got clouds moving to the north. So we are under the circulation right now. It's broad. We don't have a centralized focus, but at the same time, we're under the wall cloud right now. So we're really, really looking. It almost looks like it's just barely to our north here, David. We've got a low cloud here to our north, maybe 150, 200 yards. We've got to get out from under this first. We'll turn around and get shot. Yeah, it's on us now. This thing is on us. So give us a minute here, David. We're getting out.
You're fine. Yeah, do what you got to do. You and Earl, do what you got to do.
Yeah,
it's definitely still spinning down there, no doubt about it. And this has produced a tornado. This is what it looked like here. Let's take a look at the video again. Let's re-rack that and show you what it looked like from Val and Tom when it was just east of I-35 here when this thing set down. Let's take a look at some of that video. And I don't see anything in that. This is when it set down. Val was looking off to the southeast. And look how fast this thing set down. It produced one brief tornado before that, and then it set down, and watch how quickly it expands and strengthens, right? Look at the tornado here, developing a debris cloud around it or a debris shroud, quickly expanding. It nearly doubled and almost tripled in size in just about a minute or so. It didn't even take that long. And it was really, really cranking up here. It was really, really cranking up. And then it kind of went into this phase, right? The sun hit it. It was tilted over. The updraft's tilted over. Sunshine hitting it. What's it do? It lights up. All right, and that tornado was hanging out of the backside of this thing. When you've got sun on a tornado, it's hanging out the backside, all right? And there it is, cone all the way to the ground. There it is again. Tornado there from Val and Tom. And they were both on that storm as it produced that tornado. And there it is clearly on the ground there. So it put on quite a show for about 15, 20 minutes there. And no reports of any fatalities right now. We saw some debris in the air, so we know that something was hit. Now, that is in kind of a fairly sparse area, which is good news, but still, people still live down here, right? And there it is, roping out, going into the dying stage. You can see the condensate up here. It's trying to hang on to live as long as it can. Condensate reforms. It's stretching out. It's stretching out. As it stretches, you get condensate to fill in. And still a dangerous tornado here, but it is quickly pulling away, pulling apart, and that is it. And it goes right in behind the pole here. And that's about all she wrote out of that. But there it is. There's what was left of the tornado. And it was on the ground for about 15, 20 minutes. Look at the updraft here. Look at there. Looks like a big chunk of cauliflower in the sky. Clean, crisp, and it's all going up. It's all going up. Look at the knuckles there, backling back on that mesocyclone on the backside of the updraft. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's do it. Let's go back to radar and links 3. And 3 tornado warnings now. The one is going to be south of Ada. Brandon's right there. Is Brandon back in a better shot? No, he is still in a hurricane. Okay, let's go back to velocity here. And what's shear rate look like? Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, it's just, yeah, he's still, boy, it's right here, just east of him. And his roads, is he going to get off? Yeah, oh, wow. Okay, control room. Thank you, Matt Mahler. Let's go to links 2, control room. This is a Medill tornado. This is serious.
They were reporting doing damage.
There's damage in Medill. That's a bad tornado. If that went into Medill, we have serious problems if that's in Medill. Okay, that's what the tornado looked like. That is from Brent C. down in Medill. That's bad. If that went into Medill, we're going to have, I mean, let's just say it. We're going to have injuries if that went into Medill, okay?
Kelly has an update.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Scanner down out of Marshall County, and they're calling for a medic and one scene down there around Highway 99 and 377.
Okay.
So they've got a serious situation on their hands.
Yeah, I mean,
in Medill.
If it hit one house, we've got serious problems. But we did it go into Medill? That's what we're trying to figure out here. But that is this is out of a viewing area, but that is a large tornado, right? That's a large tornado. That's a wedge tornado. That is bad, bad, bad all the way around. That's what's been going through Medill, or at least very, very close to Medill. Our radar, we had it right on top or just barely on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, the emergency manager was reporting it was on the ground in Medill is what he was saying. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's not good. That's not good. That's sad. That's not good. That's sad. Okay. Let's go back to links 3 and back up farther north. This is going to be Ada, southeast of Ada. Brandon's right here, looking right at it. And there's a spin southeast of Lawrence now, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Okay? Moving east at 40 miles per hour. Okay, so there it is. There's the hook. It's right here. Brandon's right there. He is still, man, he has been in rain and hail for how long now? Okay, let's go. Matt, when you get that ready, that's taken from Medill, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go to links 2 again. Check out this picture as it was coming into town. Looks like some arcade. You can see the houses here. And there's the tornado. Now, again, Medill's a small city. So, you know, was this going directly through the middle of town, or was this on the southern sides of town? By looking at this shot, I can tell you right now, I'm looking off to the southwest, right? There's the dry slot, the dry air coming in, the roof link downdraft. So this is all going on. At this point, I'm looking on from this shot was taking. I'm just doing this from experience. I'm looking off to the southwest at this now, and it was moving basically east-northeast. So this is why we think it came into the western and southern sides of town. And again, the city manager said yes, that it was. So, okay, not good. We're looking into that. We're trying to find some more information out about the city of Medill. All right, let's go back to links 3 and talk about the storms we have farther north that are back in our viewing area. There it is. Again, strong circulation now. Val's coming in from the north again. Allen's right there. And Alan Brosey is making his way down to Reagan, and then he's going to go east and make his way back north. Okay, so who shot's that right there? That's Alan's shot. Okay, let's go back to Alan Rosie. Alan's right here with the mesocyclone. Let's go to Alan. There it is. Alan, we've got your shot up. We're taking you live. It's not as strong as what it was right now. It looks like it's stretched out and it's becoming inverted C-shape. Go ahead.
Yeah, it'll have a rising motion and rotation to it, but it's not as strong as it was. And this is the newer rotation. The old one is about 2 miles to my west. This is the new one we're pointing at right now. You can see it's got a lot of upward motion and a little bit of spin to it, but it is much, much weaker than it used to be. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, Alan. And stay with it here. Keep going east, okay? Keep going east. We've got Vaughn over here. And we need to get Vaughn shot up if we can. From here to Tulsa, if we can get Vaughn shot up, engineers, that would be great. And bring Vaughn into the system, because Vaughn is just at the east of that. Let's go back to Links 3. And Vaughn chases out of our sister station in Tulsa, but we're all in this together. We're one big group with our 2 TV stations, one here in Oklahoma City, Channel 9, and our Channel 6 up in Tulsa. And that's why we have so many resources, so many trackers, and our 2 choppers. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. And once again, Vaughn's right here looking back at it. So these are all supercells lined up now, running from Ada back down to Connerville, back down east of Tishomingo, and then from there back down southeast of Kingston. And the Kingston storm might have had is tornado warning on that?
That one's tornado warned as well.
The Kingston is?
So there's actually 4 now. That one's coming into Oklahoma, yes.
Okay. Oh, it sure is. I'm sorry. I didn't see the red.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
So the tornado warning, I don't think has officially been extended into Oklahoma, but
no, but it needs.
But it's coming over Lake Texoma.
Yeah, the tornado, if it's on the ground, it's going to cross the finger of the lake here. It's going to go right across the lake. Tornado on the water, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to go to Durant. If you have any interest, Durant's a pretty good sized little town. If you have any interest in Durant, from Durant down to the south, heads up, tornado for you. Okay, it's coming from your southwest. Okay, so we know we've had damage in Medill. And let's go back to Kelly here. Kelly, anything new on that Medill deal?
Marshall County authorities are saying right now that they have, multiple power lines down southeast side, just as you said, David. Southeast side of Medill got hit hard, and they're rushing people out there. They had one bad accident there at the intersection of 99C and 377, but they've got a lot of trouble on their hands down there.
Yeah, and that was a big tornado. We were showing the velocity data and the pictures from down there, and that was a big, large tornado, okay? And that's the worst kind. Tornadoes, once you get to the EF2s and 3s, the damage and the amount of injuries really begins to ramp up, all right? Most fatalities, most injuries occur from EF3s, 4s, and obviously 5s. Okay, so we have Vaughn's shot. Let's go to Vaughn Castor. I think he's at 123. Remote 123, and he's going to be east of that. Let's take his shot control room. And there it is. Okay, he's looking off to the west at the area of circulation. And that's what we're looking at right now. That's the one that's produced the tornado several times today. Okay, we'll keep checking back with that. Let's go back to the video, if we can show that one more time, what the tornado looked like when it was just southeast of I-35. Which what?
We have 4 videos.
Give me the first one. The first one we had would be great. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is what it looked like when it first set down. That's from Valcaster. Set down rather quickly, just southeast of I-35, looking off to the east. And again, this is going to be near Davis. And look how quickly it goes from, an EF1, borderline EF2, width of about 150, 200 yards. And it quickly doubles and nearly triples in size. Now look at the debris cloud, the debris shroud around that. And we've got a couple of tags. Look how fast these are rotating around. Look at that tag right there. Really, really low. That thing was really, really cranking. Really, really cranking tornado down there today. And it was in this phase for a while, and then it kind of stretched out, roped out, and then it did die. But it was on the ground for about 15 or 20 minutes. And look at the size of that. Look at the motion. Look how fast it's moving. A tornado moving faster like that is pretty scary. Not much time to react, right? Look at that. Boy, it's really, 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 really cranking up here. And you can see the debris on the left and right side of the tornado there. So, wow, big tornado. That was earlier. Again, 425 down near Davis.
Yeah, it was about 10 miles south of Davis. It was near Doherty, southwest of Doherty.
Yeah, it was pretty close, just southwest of town. Folks, that's a violent tornado right there. That's when we were like, oh boy. And this looks like the Medill tornado. Went through Medill, south sides of Medill. Okay, that's what it looked like right there. All right, let's go back. Kelly, you have something?
Not anymore. We're just listening to him. Apparently a semi at that intersection of 377 and 99C, they're saying took a direct hit.
Oh, no.
Semi did?
Yeah, semi did, and they're trying to take care of the driver now.
Okay. Okay, but what? Any reports of any damages to any homes or anything that's major?
Not yet, but we know they got a lot of power lines down in that area, so you know there's structure damage as well.
Sure.
Southeast side of Medill, apparently.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find out more for sure. So, and that's not good. That's that storm again down here. This is Tishomingo. This is Medill. Tornado with that doing damage. We know that it's been on the ground. This is a storm that was on the ground doing damage again. At least we think we have some minor damage, it looks like, that developed southeast of east of I-35 near Doherty that is now continuing to push to the east. And then we have the other storm here, which is now going through Ada. All right, so these storms, again, racing at 40 miles per hour, well to the south of Holdenville. You folks in Holdenville, you're not going to have any tornadoes down there. This is to your south. Now coming in on Stonewall, and there's Ada. Okay, so let's go back to our trackers here. And let's get an update from from Alan. Let's go to Alan. Alan Brosey, he's back in a better position here. Let's get an update from Alan. And Alan, you're back in there. You can see the lowering again. Go ahead, give me an update on what you're seeing now. Circulation is still tight. Tornado warning continues.
Yeah, David, it's about a 3/4 of a mile to our northeast, and we're in the wrapped rain curtain right now, but we can see it. There's no tornado on the ground, but we can definitely see the rotation of the wall cloud here. Oh gosh, we've got some construction here. We're trying to stay with it. Like I said, it's moving more east than it is northeast, and it's been fairly easy to keep up with, but we have not seen a tornado on the ground with it, since I-35. So we're going to stay with it. We'll let you know. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Alan. And Alan's been chasing this thing for quite a while, and he's still on it. It's still moving east at 40. This is now about ready to move out of our viewing area. But, wow, what an afternoon. Boy, these storms, you know what? They were just kind of doing their own thing, and then literally within 15 minutes, these whole things just took on a whole different look. We talked about as they were getting farther east that the conditions were more favorable, and boy, it sure did happen. So we've had at least, we could say at least a couple of tornadoes, at least 3 or 4 down here today. The one large tornado that went into the south sides of Medill. The other one that we had live on the air back in our viewing area that Val and Tom had. Okay, so that's what was going on a while ago. All right, just before at the end of the 4 o'clock newscast, had it live right here on News 9. And this is what it looked like from Val. And there's a cone. Actually, that's Tom's video there. You see the cone. It was on the ground. And every now and then you'll see some debris. You'll see some debris right there. And there it is. There's a condensate. You'll see little plumes of debris from time to time. So that is serious. Let's go to links 2. Let me show you this picture here. This is from Springer, from Heather Reams. And look at that. Sunlight all over it. Tornado all lit up from sunlight, right? Because it's hanging out the back. Tilted updraft, mesocyclone, classic. Sunshine coming in with the dry air. And you can see that tornado. So there it is. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we had a couple of tornadoes yesterday in western Oklahoma. We had live on the air, and those were small. These were not. Today was a whole different environment today. All right, so let's go back to links 3, and let's get an update here on what's going on. Brandon now south and east of Ada. Everything here moving east at roughly 40 miles per hour. These are now clearing and moving east of our viewing area. The tornado warnings do continue if you live south and east of Ada, also south and east of Connerville. Everything moving east at a pretty good clip. We're going to keep tracking these as they move east. Let's come back to central Oklahoma here. Just give you an update on what's going on here. Thunderstorms again in Lincoln County, north of the boundary, north of the front. No risk of a tornado. These are just going to produce some small hail and lightning and thunder. In Lincoln County, going to Creek County, the tornado threat is only down south. And that's what came to the metro a couple of hours ago. We are now beginning to dry out here in Oklahoma City after what's been a wet day and kind of a stormy day with the hail and all that we had earlier going on today. So that is now clearing the metro. We do have more showers back out to the west. Those will try to squeak in here as we get into this evening, but nothing crazy out of that. There might be some very, very small hail in there. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's get a forecast in here. It's 5:15. Let's go ahead and Lacey, if we can, let's jump into the forecast
okay.
and give folks at home an update. You can just start with really what's going on.
Here's the tornado watch.
Okay, let's take a look at that. Yep. Tornado watch until 9 o'clock, but anywhere behind this line, we're out of it. Yeah, links 3. Tornado watch, there you go. It's for now pushing into southeastern Oklahoma, south and east of Ada. That's until 9. You can see the tornado warnings there going on for our viewing area. It is now moving out of our viewing area. It is now moving out of our viewing area. Okay, so that's good news. And this is our tornado zone that we had a little bit earlier this afternoon for, again, southern and southeastern Oklahoma, the priority 2. And we did have this yesterday. We said strong tornado possible. And unfortunately, that did happen. And there's the hail. And this will go on with some of those storms with quarter golf ball and maybe even some tennis ball size hail there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with that. Let's keep moving through the graphics here. Give you your forecast. Temperatures now in the 60s. The warm front, this is where all the warm and stable air has been. That's why the severe weather was shoved down out of Oklahoma City today. The cold front came in and came too far south, which is a good problem to have. We had a little bit of hail, but we missed out on the tornado threat. So that's what's going on there. Okay, let's get to it here. This evening, thunderstorms now just keep pressing east into all of eastern and southeastern Oklahoma. Severe weather there. It will continue again for a little while longer for our folks in far eastern and southeastern Oklahoma. From the metro west and north, still a few showers possible. And tonight, as the upper storm comes out, still some rain in eastern Oklahoma. I think we're dry here in Oklahoma City. Lows tonight in the 40s and 50s. Dry air comes in with a northwest breeze. Tomorrow, 70s. We can recover tomorrow, highs in the 70s and 80s. It looks good. And by late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, slight chance for a few showers and thunderstorms there coming up as we get into late tomorrow afternoon, evening. And then as we get into tomorrow night, another storm system moves in, a little rain, maybe some thunderstorms, but nothing crazy. Better chance of rain for a while on Thursday, a high of 69. Friday, Saturday looks great. Slight chance for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, not a big chance. And then early next week, more 80s coming our way with more April weather as we slip into May. So that is amazing. All right, so what's Hank?
Just Hank shot.
Okay.
Hank's got a crash.
Okay, let's go to Hank, get an update from Hank. And he can give us an update. It's not tornado related here, but let's find out what's going on with that. The sheriff looks like has been involved. Hank, you're part of that fraternity. Go ahead and give me an update.
Yeah, David. Hey, Patty Payne to the left. So it looks like a sheriff's deputy probably hit a pole. It looks like a power pole, and then pan back to it. This storm was just cranking. It started wrapping up, and Brandon, I even heard him say at one time that he was kind of stopped on the side of the road and he couldn't even see the end of his hood. So I'm sure, or I would suspect, that the sheriff's deputy was probably going somewhere or doing something and either hydroplaned or got into this blinding rain and missed the road. But I haven't went up to talk to him yet. But just from the posture of the firefighters, to me, it looks like that it's probably not a real serious injury at this moment. David, back to you.
All right, great job, Hank. And Hank's been tracking, again, all kinds of severe weather today, and then he comes up on this. And, again, not good. So that's what's going on, again, now near Ada. All right, so with, everything that's happening. And anyway, been a wild afternoon. All right, let's go back to, boy, these shots are impressive. Let's go back to Links 3 and give you the big overview on Links 3, okay? And this is the severe weather. Shawnee, again, no threat there. You had some small hail, a little bit of lightning and thunder, some rain, nothing crazy. It's now going to Seminole. You folks in Shawnee, if it would have been nutty, we would have told you about it. Nothing crazy, okay? Everything's been down south, and that's going to head up towards Cromwell, all right, Seminole and Centerview and Little. All right, let's go back south here. Oklahoma City, we're in the clear. Down south, tornadic supercell rotating now. This is going to be, it's going to be south and east of Ada. Near JD, near Lula is where the circulation is, and Brandon is still in rain. He has had a hard time getting ahead of this thing. His roads have not been his friend today. And Valcaster, once again, is on the west side of this other supercell down here, which is coming in now on Wapanucka. Vaughn's coming in from the north. Okay, let's go to Val's shot here. Let's take Valcaster and get an update from Val. And Val, we see your shot there. Great job today, my friend, tracking the tornado on I-35 down towards Doherty. Good job giving the viewers at home a minute-by-minute, play-by-play, blow-by-blow of that tornado and exactly what it was doing. Great stuff. Give me an update. You're on the backside of that storm now. Val, go ahead. Tell me what you see as you look off to these. Tornado warning continues for that area right there.
Yeah, David, we've been playing catch-up here with this thing ever since I-35. We were right at the top of the Arbuckle Mountains right there. And so now we've caught back up with it. What you're looking at there is the base. Allen is somewhere up there underneath it, I think. But as the closer we get to it, David, we see broad-scale rotation with this thing. We get a little bit closer. I think we're going to see tight rotation. That area, as soon as we get out of these trees, there was a little lowering right there. It almost looked like that was probably going to be the center of rotation. But, man, I'll tell you what, the storm is not going slow either. It's moving it on, David.
Okay, well, there you go. And you can see the dry air trying to work its way in on the wrap on the backside of that supercell. So he's looking right where he needs to look. But there's nothing hanging out of that right now down near Tishomingo. Okay, stay with it, Val. We'll see what it does. Let's go back to Links 3. And once again, Oklahoma City, down I-35 on Links 3. Let me show you. We are out of the woods. No more severe weather. No more severe weather for southern Oklahoma. For western Oklahoma, you might have some very small hail with the cores out here. But it would be very, very small. And that is it. That's behind the cold front. This is cold air, cool air. And this is the only game in town now, okay, for southeastern Oklahoma. If you have any interest, by the way, in Antlers, Hugo, Broken Bow, Beavers Bend, a lot of Oklahoma City people go down here to Beavers Bend and have homes or visit down here. You need to be paying attention. As Broken Bow Lake, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big storms, and they're all rotating. And 2 of these have produced tornadoes. And 2 of these produced 2 violent tornadoes, okay? So we've got problems coming, and everything's moving east at 40 miles per hour, okay? Okay, so everything moving east. All right, let's zoom on in, take a closer look. Take a look at the clock here. We're doing okay. Hook here. What's that?
They have an update at the news
go ahead,
desk
guys.
for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we hate to pass this news along, but we just talked to the emergency manager of Marshall County, Robert Cheney, and he confirms that there has been 1 fatality with this tornado. He says it happened at the intersection there near Medill or in Medill, near the intersection of Highway 377 and 99C. He says this is just down from the J&I Manufacturing. He said that's a big manufacturing company there in Medill on the west side of town. So there at that intersection, they do have 1 confirmed fatality.
Also want to tell you that they're requesting air evac, but air evac says that they can't land in Medill right now because of the weather. They were trying to divert to Ardmore. Now they're going to go to the Dixon Fire Department. Obviously, they're having communication problems, saying the phones are the only things that are really working down there right now. South side, where the Super Walmart is, south side of Medill, there's Oklahoma Wire and Steel right there. We know there's an injury there. That's a big facility there. Then a big Super Walmart right across the street. We tried to get hold of them, have not had any luck yet.
The lines were down at the Walmart when we called there. So right now the emergency manager is traveling around trying to get a scope for us of all the damage. Let me just run through what he told me really quickly on the phone. He said J&I Manufacturing, they took a lot of damage. He said, quote, they got tore up quite a bit there. He says a lot of vehicles in that area have flipped over. 1 semi that you had heard have flipped over onto a car, onto a vehicle there. And again, 1 fatality at an intersection there in Medill.
Tough to hear. We're still monitoring the scanners and talking to folks down there, David. We'll keep you updated on the latest information we get out of Medill, far southern Oklahoma County, Marshall County, kind of down by Lake Texoma. David?
Okay, all right, guys. And here's what we've done. We backed this up, looking at velocity data. Here's Medill. And Lacey was going to, we're trying to figure out where, what's that?
There we go. Okay, I'm going to kind of circle. This is where J&I Manufacturing.
Yeah, southwest side of town. This is what we were saying. Southern, southwestern sides of town. And there's where, is it J&I Manufacturing?
Correct.
Okay, that's where it was hit, right here. And so there's your tornado path right here, right here. So if that was hit, then it went to here. And I think we said highway, what, 377 and 99?
Yeah, that was where the emergency managers were reporting it, or a firefighter. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember exactly.
Right here. And so this is where I think we had the fatality. All right, and then from there, it moved northeast. So you folks in Medill, I know it's bad, but let me tell you, this thing's at half mile farther north, and Medill looks completely different down there. So wow, wow, wow. All right, we're tracking it. Severe weather now out of our viewing area, continues to move east. We are still watching it carefully. Thanks for joining us. We now join CBS Evening News in progress.